Welcome back. It's Ace. It's day 27 in Bjornborg, and I went into one of my other games real quick and paced out or measured out, anyways, the size of a longhouse. So today is going to be sort of creating the blueprint for that, laying out where the first longhouse is going to go, and then of course more work up on the hill and continuing to clean out the lumber over here, move it into the warehouse so that they'll continue to make lumber so that we can get some built up in storage. I really don't need you standing right in front of me, man. Look at that, only -9 today. Spring is soon, I think. And then you've got a few days of spring that are still pretty cold. So I think we're probably like 3 days from just not worrying about the temperatures anymore. Everybody back on full schedules, things like that. Alright, so a longhouse is 12 by 7. That means that if a longhouse starts back about here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. End here, just about the end of this road, or just about do that. Do it like that. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Now, with that being the case, next one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. There, so here's the end. So here is our road if we have 2 long houses end to end this way. Here's the intention. Or I run them this direction. Let's paste that out and see how that works out. Starting around here, it's going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stopping about there. Then we'll leave a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 between it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. Couple behind just because, and that puts me with a road about right here. I like that better. It means running the long houses that way, that long way. And it means having a center road down between them all. I like that better. Alright, so 7, let's call it 8, 16, and 5 between. Starting from here, which is going to be a little bit of a setback for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3. Here's going to be our road. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and a half to the next road. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Half to the next road. The next road is right here. It's going to be right here. And that is leaving a lot of space because I just pushed this out a bit. But the first time I pasted out, I think I ended up right in about here. So I think I just left myself a bunch more room. But we like room because it gives us some room down the center for altars or things like that. The rune stones could go down the middle. If I push these out right up to the roads on either side, then I have a nice big courtyard down the center. To put, say, the rune stones into the eye and so on, so we get those bonuses on all the housing. I do like it when I go around something, do a big old leveling system, and come around from the other side, and you end up on the same height. It means you've been doing a good job. We brought this level all the way around here and came down here and lined right up with this side. Like that. Hi, C-Fan. Oh, let's dump this off here. We don't want that. Get this leveled out. So here's going to be our road along the south side of the mountain. Here's going to be our road up the east side of the mountain. Go ahead and extend this out to finish off that level spot right here. I should probably get something to drink and go on. Thirsty. Thirsty. How are you tonight, C-Fan? We're here and check the food situation. Oh, look at that. That food situation's great. That is piling up. Alright, our two cooks are managing to build that up. So that's worthwhile. Mountaintop looks good. I think from the top of this watchtower you'll be able to shoot an arrow more or less across the entire village if you really want to. Oh, doing great. This is starting to come together. You know, it's that moment in the game when everything starts to sort of look like you thought it was you were hoping it would in the beginning. Scouted out this site and said, yeah, you know what? This is going to be the place to build our first village with a lake. So far, it's turning out pretty nice. First winter didn't go too badly. Knock on wood. Nobody died. Our leveling is working out pretty well. We're actually managing to stay pretty consistent all the way around the site. Traffic flow is starting to work. Getting ready to build our first longhouse. Fix that little corner. And I see how there it's blocking me with those reds. So again, we're just going to switch over to barracks probably. Watch the green arrow. I'll tell you where your height is. That's about the height I want, so we do that. And we say to the game, why were you giving me a red arrow, a red box there, dude? Whatever. Fixed that, didn't I? Alright, we'll rinse repeat on that. About like so. Now, we'll just fix that little divot, which might be immune to the terrain leveling tool, I'll bet you. Yeah, alright, so we'll do that with a watchtower. It is longer than it is deep, so go this way with it. The one right there. There it is. There is our pathway, nice and smooth. We get rid of this little bit here. Just coming over like that. And it's okay that we just took a big old chunk out of the ledge. That's fine. We're going to fix that in a minute. Because it's down here that it's given us a hard time. We'll come up here like so. Grab the leveling tool. You want to be careful about starting out on the edge like this, because that first one is just down just a little bit from the rest. And so you end up making the whole edge lower. What I'll do is do like this, put my cursor over that, and then I start it here, and I go that way. I get to keep this height. I can bring that height all the way across like so. You end up with a nice crisp edge. That. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just bring this edge up to that corner, because yeah, otherwise what do we do with this little nook? That little piece sticking up in it that I gotta get rid of, and so I'm thinking just to square that off, but I don't know if I'm there yet. If I square it off there and square it off there, then you've got like sort of a ramp up to this level. And a nice space here, just not sure what I would do with it yet. And anyways, let's go check on the carpenters, move some stuff around again, make sure that we are keeping up with them, because we want to build up those supplies for, yeah, because they keep working on that stuff right there, the big stuff. Should actually probably just leave that alone for a day or 3 so that they can work on other things. But planks and posts are big in the long houses anyway, so not a bad idea to have them piled up. Alright, we have the chief's hut posted, pinned up there, so let's actually grab some of the items we need for it. Get that thing finally built up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all long sticks, isn't it? Alright, that's fine. We've got long sticks down here at the woodcutters. We'll go grab them from there. Okay, there's the 4 and the 2. We need some rope that we'll take up. Be easy peasy. They're working on getting all those nails taken care of, and hopefully they've got that pickaxe for us and the large axe blade. Hopefully today we will end up with 2-handed tools all the way around. Oh, and I need to go ahead and put a road down on that surface. Thank you. Seven large stones. We have got to make some sort of a slide or something down. That would be just way too much fun. Get warm real quick. Stoke the fire up over 100% to warm up quicker. Well, at least our healer is actually sitting in the healing hut right now, rather than the other side of the mountain. Alright, 7 big rocks. Got no shortage of those at the mine entrance here. So we will say thank you to the miner. The physics in this game are fuzzy. Be a heck of a pull. See if we can slide down right here without taking a hit. Go, well. Don't forget to tap your run key if you're carrying something heavy, so you get an endless run. Go ahead and throw that road down on this while we're doing this. So we're going to be going up and down that a lot. Let's see, no large, 10 long sticks. Do a few of those. Still carrying around that linen that the guy dropped. I'm gonna go over there. I have played Medieval Dynasty. There are certainly some similarities, yes. I like the fence system in Medieval Dynasty a lot. I like how you build fences. Great system. They sort of did something similar here with building paths. I mean, I don't think they stole it or anything like that. It's just sort of a similar idea. But the first time I did a fence in Medieval Dynasty, I was like, you know, see, now this is how fences should be in every game. Exactly the way to do it. Like every game I play, you know, there's one piece of it that I'm like, oh, this is so elegantly done. Very nice. And did the same person design this? Because this part sucks. What were they thinking here? What were they thinking, man? But no, Medieval Dynasty is fun. I did like the horse riding. I don't know about the whole die reborn thing, that mechanic. I mean, after a certain point, there's just only so much of the game you can play, right? And running it for generations seems like I just don't see it. I don't see the replay value yet. Played Manor Lords, which would also seem to be sort of in the same vein. Let me see here. 4 more long sticks. Do that. These lumberjacks are going to come back and be like, wait a minute. Yeah, this place packed full for like a year. Yeah, right? I mean, there's only so many things to do, so if you're planning on actually living your full life and then having your kid take over, I don't know. It just feels like, and by the time I'm ready for my kid to take over, / me, I'll be like, well, yeah, but what am I still doing playing? I didn't like the crop system as much as I like the crop system here. I think that they've done a reasonable job here of giving you a way to plan your crops out for the season and so on. But there's definitely some stuff lacking from this system too. Cut and paste. I wish that there was a cut and paste option. Because if you're going to just configure all your fields to be the same, which seems to me would be the usual situation, I don't feel like there's an easy way to do that. But, that being said, you're not setting up dozens and dozens of acres in this game, so. Bark, 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 bark. This is my dog's favorite part. When we get to the bark. And they say, we could help you with that. And we may have no bark because I've been telling them to just turn bark into fiber. So how about we turn that down? Bark is up. Fiber is down. There we go. Start accumulating some bark, hopefully. Once I got a horse and got on that and started riding, I said, oh, wow. Now this is fun. I like that. First, then you immediately run into something that causes you to go flinging yourself off the horse. And like, oh, I see it. Like Project Zomboid, when you first get a car and you start driving around, you're like, woohoo! And then you run into your first tree and you're like, ah, ha, ha. There's the downside of the car. Now you got it. Eight bark left. That's easy enough. Whoa, that didn't hurt. Excellent. All right. 8 bark, and you're running the wrong ways. Back here, brother. I don't think we can make that. Might be able to make it up the backside here. There we go. Just the front door, I think. Boom, 6 sticks and a long. And we'll bring back some rock for the road. Because nothing like a little bit of rocky road. Yeah, right. Or there's a horde next to your crash location because that's why it's your crash location. Because you're... Oh my god, I can't go through this pack. I gotta go off to this. Oh, that's an ironwood tree. I thought it was a sapling, but nope, it's an ironwood tree. Crunch. Just dodge this group right here. I'll just drive onto the shoulder just a tiny little bit. Up. Ironwood tree. Big update today for PZ. Ragdoll physics now. I'm excited to go in there and see zombies flying through the air rather than stopping my 6-ton truck. I feel like that could be huge. What was it? 6 sticks. 4, 5 sticks. And 1 long. The most recent series I did was a whole lot of days, whole lot of hours in PZ. On the B42 map, there's a farm now right in the center of the map that I was driving by at some point, and I went, oh, check this out. I like this. Let me go try this out. So I made a series about actually farming there, building a farm, and, you know, playing the long game. And just eventually reached a point where the chicken explosion was the thing that actually did it. At one point I came on and the game was just suddenly got really chunky, and then I'm wandering around the property and I realized that there's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000 chickens all of a sudden in my chicken pen. So I said, well, you know what, now's not a bad time to quit. I recorded an episode of The Great Chicken Purge, made easier by KI5's Street Sweeper car mod. But I said, you know, I'll wait for the next update before I put more time into it. Leave that here. See if they ever put one. See if they ever put these blades in here. I told them to prepare a set. So large iron axe head. Woo! Hey, we have got a two-handed axe coming. I like it. Oh yeah, baby. What that noise was. Somebody running the other side of the wall, taking a nice deep tote. Over there. Yeah, I'm gonna get working on that other thing right now. Ah, where'd it go? I've lost it. All right, winter is coming to an end. Yay! Here we go. Spring is sprung. We'll have 2 days or so of cold temps in spring before I give everybody back their regular schedules. But for now, look at that. Sleeping in our own bed for a minute. That little stamina bonus. Just because why not? How did you like the new aiming system in PZ? With 42 over 41. I'm still not entirely accustomed to it. Stamina bonus. Boom. No fuel left. I gotta go back here and pick up some more coal. Now, we've got no shortage of rock lying around, so I think cleaning up our roads a little bit is probably going to be on the agenda for too long. Widening and fixing like through here, it's all messed up. So now this warehouse. No. Take a look at doing that warehouse a little differently for a second. If I do this, if I do that, yeah, to get that back one on here, you have to do it like that. Otherwise I could just drop this back here. And give me that front, oh there it was. Alright, so there it is. And if it actually gives me that front one bonus, if it doesn't, whatever. For a warehouse that's just for my use, 1 is probably sufficient. Probably don't even need to build that front piece. So sure. Throw some rope in that. Happen to have exactly the number of rope we need for the watchtower. Alright. 4 and 6. Bring everything up in 2 runs. Getting a little chilly. Say for long stick 6. 2. 3. 4. 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Boom. 6. Whoops. Wrong one. Here we go. Alright, alright, alright. I'll go get warm before I get a cold. You and I have chatted before, right? See? I think you've said hi before. We've got... Did you guys just take all of the... No, you didn't. Okay, good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many do I need? 18. Alright. 16. 18 sticks, 8 large stone, small stone, boom. This leaves us our 4 large stone on a second trip. Alright, well, we're coming to the end of episode day 27. Got to see day 28 pop any time now, and that'll start the next episode. The plan for that is more of what you're seeing right here. Finish that warehouse up on the hill, and keep working on that, working on the carpenters, some other stuff done so that we have the materials we need for that first longhouse. And I also want to see where they are on that pickaxe head. Definitely want to swap out a pickaxe. And, you know what? I've told them to make long sword blades, two-handed swords. So let's see if they've been doing that. And let's see if we actually have two-handed swords on any of our soldiers at this point. Boom. Here we are. Like so. See if it's going to let me do that front addition to it. Nope. Now I'm going to see why. Guessing that it might be back here in this corner, and we'll just try throwing a watchtower up right about like this. If that does the trick. Bingo, look at that. Alright. Nice. Go ahead and pin it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get that watchtower done first before I complete the rest of the warehouse. We don't need the watchtowers down on the ground floor anymore because we've got the militia walking around doing patrol points. Now it feels like taking the one person that we've got working up in a watchtower right there and going ahead and moving them up here. I might as well take these two stones I've got and drop them in it. And long sticks, so it's going to be a couple trips. Let me do 6, Ace. Gotta get a cart built. Nine and 3, 5, 8, 9. 9 and 9. Yep. All the sticks we need. No, because we're doing the watchtower, not the warehouse, right? So 25, which means we've got 5, 10, 13, 9, 22. Make a good first trip. This day 28 is going to pop any moment. When it does, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode right away, pretty much, and I'll pop right back in for the next one. Day 28. More of the same, and coming up on spring. I'm looking forward to that. Forward to giving everybody back their regular schedule without all the breaks to go and warm up in front of the fires. We still need 4 long sticks. I've got 5 on there. Okay, we need bark, 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 bark. Need 1 bark. Fibers. 3 sticks. On to day 28. This is Ace. I'll end it here. I'm out of here. I'll see you next time.